Hello everyone, this is Brooke and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today because I'm going to share with you a video about a little bit more of my personal side. I'm not going to be reviewing any products or demonstrating any outfits or anything like that, but what I will do is give you a little bit more insight into what I'm all about and what makes me tick. Specifically, why do I like pink? I've been asked that many times. I've received lots of comments on videos, some positive, most positive, but some negative as to why someone my age would like that color so much. And that doesn't really bother me at all because we all like something, and why not surround yourself with things that you like and that make you feel happy and pretty. So I don't mind that at all, but I do want to kind of put this out there to settle some curiosity and to give you more information about myself because I really appreciate you tuning into my videos and wanting to see my little part of the world. So someone recently asked me specifically, why do you like pink? And would you please make a video about it? So I'm going to wrap up my little discussion. Hopefully it won't take too long, but tell you more about why I like it. It's not for a superficial reason, but if it was, that's fine because we're all entitled to like what we like and surround ourselves with what we want to. And fortunately, I'm able to do that. So, but the real reason I like pink goes back to my days as an early mom, a new mom. I had two boys. One is 12 right now and one is 9. And when I had the first one, everything went perfectly. Perfect pregnancy, baby, delivery, everything like that. There was one little hitch though. I developed a bad case of what I was calling the baby blues, and it wouldn't go away. And I looked at myself and my perfect little baby and my husband and my house and my life and everything was great. Why was I feeling so bad? And I felt bad constantly. And I was having feelings of hopelessness and also feelings of the most prominent idea I had at the time was that I just had this baby. I love him. He's going to grow, but he's going to grow up and leave me. And that was such a hard thing to have running through my head all the time that it made me really sad. And my doctor, who turns out to be very well versed in postpartum depression, did diagnose me with the condition. And it's something that I kind of tried to deny flat out because, let's face it, in our culture there is a stigma that goes along with depression that is not deserved, and in no way can a person who is depressed control what they're going through. She had to prove to me that there were a lot of things going on in my body biochemically that were altering my my mood and also my ability to control and regulate how I was feeling and how I was perceiving things and how that affected me. So I did get, it was diagnosed as clinical depression postpartum. It is something that I found out later that runs in my family. Both my mother had it and my little sister had it. And when I told my doctor that my little sister had committed suicide 15 months postpartum, which is still the postpartum period, she really put me under close watch, which was good because I was spiraling down. The more she would try to treat me, the more I would deny it and stay away from it. So she ended up dealing mainly with my husband, and she would ask him how was I doing because I was just not telling her the truth and telling her, oh, everything is fine, when you can clearly look at me and see that, just my countenance and everything was sad and depressed. So I went through that, the battle of going through depression and denying it for a while. Then I had my second son 2.5 years later, and I went through the whole thing again, really bad depression. But at this time I was trying to medicate for it. But again, on and off, I would take the pills. Didn't really feel the need to. I was going to be fine and take care of myself and all that. So then a few, I don't know, maybe a year later, I'm still battling with it, and things started happening in my life, like my mother-in-law
died. She had cancer and she died. My next door neighbor just suddenly died. He wasn't sick, wasn't ill, went to the hospital for something, felt bad one day, never came out. That devastated me. And then my other next door neighbor's dog died. So all these things were going around, and I got to the point where I just could not take it anymore. And I would say, to my lowest point as far as feeling bad and sad and depressed. And also during this time, I developed a strong case of severe anxiety. So I had all these things going on. I felt like I just hit rock bottom. I, quite frankly, can't remember a little period of time there, because I feel like I was comatose and my body just trying to deal with what was going on with me. So, make a long story short right there, you know, my doctor was involved, got my mother involved, my husband, some friends. They all kind of did like an intervention on me, like one at a time, little by little, saying that I needed help and that I needed to get this taken care of. So at that point, not wanting to feel that way ever again anymore, I decided to do anything the doctor told me to as far as medicine and chemicals and whatever I had to do as far as getting better. I saw a therapist who helped me with the cognitive and emotional issues that helped me, that I was, you know, denying so much, and why was I denying postpartum depression, and helped me work through that. And then I also did any little thing I could to try to make myself feel better, because feeling really, really low for such a long time is just awful. I seriously felt like a happy person trapped in a sad body, and there was nothing I could do about it. So, make another long story short, one of the things that I did, and I was just reaching at straws here. Anything I could think of that would make me feel better, I did. One thing I did was I remembered my old days of being a college student and loving Days of Our Lives. So I started watching that. I was like, if I could watch this episode, I'll be looking forward to the next episode and the next episode. And looking forward to something at that point in my life was huge. I really wanted to look forward to something. And the other thing I did was I remembered a compliment somebody paid to me. Oh, it must have been good 2 years prior. And that's how bad my self-image was, that I needed to latch onto a compliment somebody paid to me 2 years ago in order to feel good. But I remembered that a friend of mine told me that I looked good in a pink shirt that I was wearing. And she said, "Pink looks really good on you." And so I remember that, and I went through my closet to find that shirt. And I did. But it was a summer shirt, and it was winter out. And so I layered it with something else pink. And I wore that day, and it felt good. And you know what? I wore it the next day. I think I wore it for like 3 days in a row. I wore the same outfit, or, you know, one piece, or the sweater, or whatever. But I wore it like 3-4 days in a row, and I felt good. And then I looked in my closet to find anything else I had that was pink, and lo and behold, I must have gone through a stage, because I had a shirt here, a skirt there, a sweater there. You know, here and there I had some pieces that I might have been able to put together 4 outfits with something that had pink in it. And I just wore it to death, wore them over and over, because I was like, it feels really good to have this color on, and I think I look good because somebody said it 2 years ago. And then I said, well, let me see if I can wear it another day, and that would make me look forward to something else. And so I would wear it another day, and I said, let me do one more day, and then the streak started. And as I'm doing that, I shop for clothes, and I pick up a choice between a red shirt or a pink shirt. I go for the pink because somebody said that looked good on me. And I slowly built up a wardrobe and a closet. You've seen my closet tour, what that looks like. And for the past 7.5 years, well, maybe 7 3/4 years now, I've been wearing pink every day. And it's not so much that I need it anymore to feel good about myself or to just feel good, but I love the fact that I have the streak going. I mean, how many people have that? And then it's my signature color. People really know me by wearing pink. Guys recognize the fact that I wear pink every day, and even like when people see me and I'm wearing like a pink shirt, maybe a black blazer, and you can't see the pink from behind, it's like, what's wrong with Brooke? What is she doing? And then I turn around and they see it and everything's fine. But that's pretty much how I got into pink. And naturally, as you start wearing something, people start to know you by a certain color. The gifts start coming in. People were giving me things that were pink. If I asked for something for Christmas, I wouldn't know what to ask for Christmas, so I would say, just give me something pink. And then I would get more. So the next thing you know, I've got hundreds and hundreds of things that are pink. You've seen my room tour, you've seen my closet tour. Somebody asked me to do an office tour because at work it looks like this too. So it's really grown. It's something that defines me now. And what I really want you to get from this video is that, you know, as I'm going into the field of image consulting and learning more about that and color and psychology of color, and not only that, but just the image that you have. Everybody has an image, whether you like it or not, and whether you use it to your best advantage or not, it's with you, whether you are, you know, dressing for success or dressing for comfort or whatever. Your image is going to be with you, and it might as well be something that makes you feel good. I never set out to say that pink was going to be my image, and if I had it all over to do again, I would not, because putting together this many outfits with one color is very difficult. I have a knack for it, and I have an eye for scoping out the pink items in a store, but I see a lot of cute things out there that I wish came in my color. But at the same time, I know that I have an image and I'm trying to protect it, and it makes me feel good, and it reminds me of those days when I didn't feel so good, and that my well-being and my self-image, most importantly, we all have a public image, but how we feel about ourselves on the inside is extremely important. And that, to me, is worth what I do, and all that, the reason I love pink. So if you see me or see someone else that has a thing going on and really standing for a color or a symbol or an object or something that they collect, don't bash on them right away. It might have significance, and just like for me, it will always remind me of overcoming the most challenging battle in my life that I've ever had to overcome. And it reminds me of all the people that played a key role in helping me get here. So that's all I wanted to share. Feel free to ask comments and questions, and I will answer them as best as I can. I'm no expert on postpartum depression, but I did suffer from it for several years, and I continue to take medicine, and it left me with a bad case of SAD that I continually battle with every year. But for all you women out there who are having children and you feel like you have the baby blues, please see someone about it. And for all of you fathers or friends or family that have someone in your life who has had a baby who is experiencing unusual amounts of sadness, please help them check it out, because postpartum depression is a serious issue and it can lead to more serious, severe conditions. So thanks so much for watching this video. I will be back soon with more of my usual topics, but I just wanted to put this out there for anyone who is interested, and I will be back soon with more. Thanks. Bye-bye.